Yeah, we're live actually, so welcome and join us. No, good timing. That was great timing, wasn't it? Yes, we are here live for race 2 of the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. As you can see, we thought we'd come down to the assembly area this time, grab a word with some of the drivers. We are going to make our way back actually to the top of the media centre. We thought we'd bring you the race as well. Race 1 was chaotic to say the least, but very entertaining indeed. Race 2 promises more of the same, and of course we'll bring you live driver reaction straight after as well. I want to find Deegan. We haven't actually spoken to Deegan yet this weekend. We tend to do it a lot. Can I just grab that? It'd be nice to catch up with him because for the first time we got him to do the suit challenge, didn't we? Deegan, quick word. I don't feel like we've actually spoken that much today, except for you putting clothes on. Race overalls anyway. Look, race 1, perhaps not talk about it. Race 2 though, you're in prime position, right?
Well, yeah, starting P1, I just want to say huge thank you to everyone in Jam Sport that helped get the car out for this race. Yeah, ridiculously grateful. Everyone just worked together and they managed to get it out, and hopefully I can bring a podium home, good points in championship for them.
Yeah, I imagine sort of is the mentality now the season starts now. Forget earlier.
Well, yeah, we'll take that one. Well, first race is a drop round, definitely for sure. But yeah, just want to get some good points in this next one and have some clean racing with everyone. Yeah, so can't wait.
Top man, cheers Deegan, always good to see you mate. Best of luck for the race. Let's move around because Sid's trying to get in the car. Of course your race 1 winner, Sid Smith over there. But let's go further into the mix. It's nice to see so many people, isn't it? Let's go have a chat with Harry England. We haven't spoke to him yet. There's been a bit of support on social media for him. I'm just going to walk over, grab a quick word if I may. Here he is. A few words of advice here from the team. Look, you know, it's important, isn't it? We are going to jump in, say hello. We've got George Foxlow alongside as well, but he's in the new generation car, by the way. Here is Harry England. Let's go say hello. Thank you. Cheers. How you doing, Harry? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
How's it? How are you feeling ahead of this one then? You feeling confident, feeling good?
Yeah.
You learned a lot in race 1?
Yeah, I did.
You went very well actually in race 1. There was a bit of oil, I understand, on a track.
Very
What have you
slightly.
learned that you're going to take into this race?
Don't lose the rear end.
Yeah, good advice, I have to say. But it's a steep learning curve, isn't it? But there's no better way of doing it. A bit more confident now you know the circuit well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Look, best of luck. Thanks for talking to us in the new generation car. Put that there. Cheers, guys. Thank you. All right. Yeah, good. Let's keep on walking around, shall we? We haven't spoken to James today, so let's go find James. James is in the car. Sorry, guys. Can I? How you doing, mate? All right. Yes, mate. Just want to grab James, if that's all right. James, I feel like we haven't actually spoken this weekend, but you had a pretty good race in race 1, didn't you?
Yeah, it was really good.
4th place. Have you got an eye on the podium in this one? It's going to be tough, isn't it, for you on grid, but doable.
Yeah. Got a few plans already. Hopefully try and get back a bit up a bit. I'll try it.
Fantastic stuff, mate. I mean, look, the season started well, of course. Looking forward to the whole campaign. Are you going to be with us for the whole season?
Yeah, most likely, yeah. Did really well today, so hopefully next round will be really good.
Yeah, excellent. Look, James, best of luck, mate. It's always good to see you. Thanks for talking to us as well. Let's move on. Cheers, mate. See you later. We've got Archie Handy over there as well. I did want to find Ollie Turner, see where he is. We've got Dan Lewis's car here as well, of course. And it's not a mirage, there really is. No, let's hope it don't rain, eh, Dan? You might get a bit wet. They've managed to get it sorted. Sorry, Charles, there you go. I think Charles is going to...
Do you want me to grab Ollie?
Yeah, go ahead. But Charles is going to go grab a word with Ollie Turner.
Ollie,
Any chance I could have a quick word with yourself on behalf of your young man before the race? How you guys feeling?
Yeah, we're feeling really confident. It's just a shame in race one. It is what it is. I mean, there's a little bit of contact, and it's just the start of the race. They're all young kids, and yeah, no, this race I think we can really make some places up, and he's feeling confident. He's hungry for it, and yeah, we're only going out for fighting for the win. So see what we can do.
Perfect fighting words. So look forward to seeing your man come through then.
Yeah, definitely. I think he can do it, and he's really hungry for it. So yeah, see what we can do.
Awesome. Well, I know you know your stuff, so I'm not going to dispute you on that. Have a good race, guys. See you. Right. Shall we also... Ian, are we going to grab anybody else, or...
Yeah. Here as well. They had a very good race one, of course.
Yeah,
I'll
of course.
let you take the honours, Charles.
All right, so you had a very good race one. How are you feeling before this one?
Very nervous but confident. Hopefully this time I won't stall it on the grid. But yeah, last round wasn't the best of races. But hopefully I'm gonna make it this time and be quicker. So.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will. It all comes with experience and everything else, and obviously getting race one under your belt and behind you, and learning obviously to launch these cars is probably not the easiest thing for somebody who's, I'm assuming, a relatively new driver.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can get the first corner out of the way and make some movement in the first lap, so I won't be caught up in a mess. But yeah, hopefully this race goes really well. I'm hoping. So.
Okay, perfect, yeah. Well, like they say, you can only lose it in the first corner, you can't win it there. But so, yeah, it's a good way of thinking, trying to get through the first quarter and then building from there. Sounds like a great plan to me.
Yeah, it does. Really does.
Awesome, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Actually, there's only a minute left on the race ahead, so we're going to get ourselves up to the very top of the media suite. Yes, we are now. Mentioned a little bit before in the previous broadcast, we had a lot of fun. We did the BRSCC Race Suit Challenge. We put this man up against the likes of Deegan, Fairclough, Albert Webster, Archie Handy and Sid Smith in who could get fully kitted out in their race suit. Hands, device, helmet, gloves, boots, everything that works the fastest. Who do you think is going to win? We're about to find out. Elaine, roll the BRSCC Race Suit video whilst we make our way up to the media centre. 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Apologies if you hear any language. Everything, absolutely everything's got to go on. Look at Charles, he's looking at it, he's rocking and rolling, look. Got to get the hair in as well, Charles.
He's done it for 2 months.
Oh, look at that. I think Albert's ready. Laces got to be done up. Laces, you've got to be ready to go racing. Oh, gloves, yeah. Boots, gloves, the works. As if you've got to go. Look at Archie, look. He's ready.
Go on, Arch. Archie.
This is like a really short broadcast. I thought it was going to be over in like... But it's going to take like 5 minutes. Gloves. You got gloves?
Okay.
Belt up.
Belt. Yeah. Okay. We think we have a winner. Laura?
You ain't got no gloves.
Albert's got no gloves.
I need gloves.
I think that's got to be, Laura, who do you think? That's got to be Archie, hasn't it?
It's got to be Archie, because I haven't got any gloves, sorry.
Deegan's done pretty well there, though, I have to say. Archie, it looks like you're the champion. Well done. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah,
you won the first ever BRSCC Race Suit Challenge.
Yeah, no, I feel very good about it. Quickest putting it on, so, you know. One up on my friends on saying.
Laura, can we give him 10 points towards the championship for that?
Yeah, I think.
We'll think about it. Oh, Charles, how do you feel? You got absolutely slaughtered there.
Like an old man, that's how I feel. Back in my day, yeah. No.
Back in his day.
No, undone by myself. I left my helmet strap done up. Up to that point, I feel like I was doing okay.
I think you were. What have we got over here? Albert, it was almost yours. You just had your gloves, mate.
No, I didn't bring them with me.
You could, could have mocked it out, like pretended then, and we might have given you that one.
I thought it was just. I didn't think we needed gloves.
Sid don't care because he's already had a race win today, so he's not bothered. I don't know. And Deegan, I thought you were pretty close there, actually. I thought that was pretty good.
I think that was my win, to be honest. I forgot to zip up my suit, but yeah, other than that, yeah. That was a fun challenge. I enjoyed that. It was like a workout.
It's a good workout, isn't it? Well done. Just make sure that walk into anything. Right, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Archie Handy, the champion for the BRSCC Race Suit Challenge. The catering race has just finished. That's almost time for the Fiesta Junior Championship. We're just going to go up there to bring you the racing action. Whilst we head up there now, you want to find out more about the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship, watch this video. Roll VT. There you go. What a great time to come back to us. The BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship cars just lining up on the grid here at Brands Hatch. They will, of course, do a green flag lap first. Now, whilst we're waiting, actually, we can show you how things finished up in race 1. Let's put the race 1 classification up for the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. It was Sid Smith who took the race win. Thomas Jack Lee in second, Jake Maynard came home in third, James Pope in fourth, Lucas Hayden in fifth, Harry England, we just heard from him in sixth, George Foxlow in seventh, Luke Hilton, we just heard from him as well in eighth, Jasmine Shaw in ninth, Lexi Belk in 10th, Aaron Walker in 11th, had a number of DNFs, Ben Morine, Albert Webster, Archie Handy, Daniel Lewis and Deegan Fairclough. Deegan Fairclough, the man on pole position for this race. It's the second race of the season. First race was a little bit earlier. They've learned a lot. Let's take that down. Deegan Fairclough for this race on pole position. Sid Smith will line up in second. Thomas Jack Lee in third. Luke Hilton in fourth. Albert Webster in fifth. Jake Maynard in sixth. Daniel Lewis in seventh. Lucas Hayden in eighth. Archie Handy in ninth. Aaron Walker will start the race in 10th. Ben Ryan in 11th. James Pope in 12th. Lexi Belk in 13th. Harry England in 14th. George Foxlow in 15th. And Jasmine Shaw 16th. 16 runners and riders for race 2 of the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship this season. And race 2 of the day for the juniors as well. The season has really begun now here at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, exactly, Ian. And some of them yet to get off the mark from a points front, so their season is now starting as far as they're concerned. But like you say, the season is now well and truly underway. Massive shout out to the teams that have managed to turn around and get those cars back out that didn't finish the first race. Walking up and down the paddock earlier, I could see cars that were in absolute pieces. It's surprising how quickly teams can turn around and get the cars back out there. So big shout out to those guys. We do have one driver, as we saw in the paddock, that's running without a windscreen. So visor down for him and praying that it doesn't rain.
Well, Dan Lewis is the driver we mentioned. He's got no windscreen, he's got no rear window either. Albert Webster's running no rear window. It might actually be an advantage, a slightly lighter car?
Well, slightly lighter and aerodynamically, I guess, a smaller frontal area. So potentially it could be an advantage. I must
Not
have
through choice, though, I must hasten to add.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dan Lewis and Albert Webster unfortunately retired from race 1. Deegan Fairclough, the man on pole position, there was quite a bit of damage to that car as well. Jamsport done an amazing job getting it fixed up and sorted. So he will start on pole position alongside race 1 winner Sid Smith. Thomas Jackley in 3rd as well. And Luke Hilton, magnificent in 4th place. Wonderful stuff. There's Albert Webster lining up in 5th.
Alec Webster, of course, also not having a rear windscreen after the chaos of race 1.
Overrated windscreens, I think.
Yeah, you don't need them. Everyone prefers to be open top anyway, don't they?
Here are the cars lining up now, 16 runners and riders. It's Fairclough on pole, Sid Smith 2nd, Thomas Jackley 3rd, Luke Hilton 4th, Albert Webster, then Jake Maynard, Daniel Lewis, Lucas Hayden, Archie Handy, Aaron Walker, Ben Moore, Ryan James, Pope, Lexi Belk, Harry England, George Foxlow, Jasmine Shaw. They are your 16, and it's almost time. The 5-second board goes up. Here we go. Who's going to get off the line first? Oh, we've got a mover at the back, 98, but they've managed to stop in time. It should be okay. It's a great start by Deegan Fairclough, though. Wonderful stuff. And Dan Lewis is trying to make his way through quite nicely as well. Can he get through? He looked like he might just get a little bit sandwiched, but it is going to be Deegan Fairclough who leads down Paddock Hill Bend. Sid Smith in 2nd, Lee Jack in 3rd place. Good stuff indeed. I think Maynard might be up to 4th. Dan Lewis going toe-to-toe with Luke Hilton as they go into Druids. Luke Hilton on the outside. I think he's going to have the traction. Is he going to be able to hold it? They should be able to as they come down into Graham Hill. Everybody through safely, though. This is very nice indeed. So Fairclough leading the race, and Hilton and Dan Lewis having a good battle. A few things going on further back as well. More Ryan and James Pope involved there too. All safely through, might I say. That the racing is very good. Walker in there in the new generation Fiesta 2, and they're all coming around. Stark contrast to race 1, I think, Charles. Impressive start, right?
Oh, we got a spinner. You spoke too soon. Commentators curse in action.
He's okay, though. It's George Fox, though. I think he's had a little spin, but he's back on. He's okay.
Yeah, other than that, though, a perfectly clean, clear opening lap, as you said, Ian. No issues whatsoever.
Sorry, Charles, but Sid Smith dies down the inside of Deegan Fairclough, and it looks like Deegan Fairclough might have just had a bit of understeer, because now Thomas Lee Jack's all over him as well, and she'll surely take 2nd place if he's got the inside line into Druids. But Fairclough just a little bit later on the brakes. He's got the outside line, but he'll have the inside line for Graham Hill Bend. They're coming down now, but it's Sid Smith, race 1 winner, takes the lead here in race 2 for the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship.
Yeah, I think he just caught Fairclough completely off guard with that move, to be honest. He went to turn in, and by the time he did, he saw Sid Smith right there on his inside, and it just made him go wide and lose all momentum coming down to Druids, and obviously left him vulnerable to the attack from the cars behind.
And
so
Jack Lee's all over the back of Fairclough, isn't he? He's going to have a good run, and somebody's off at the top. I think it's Dan Lewis. Dan Lewis is off the top. We've got waved yellows. I just wonder if there's still something down there. It looks, I don't know if you can see, Charles, you're more of an expert than me, but does the track look like there's some sort of liquid or something down there? We saw George Foxlow went off there on lap 1. Dan Lewis has just gone off at the same place here in lap 2.
Well, any fluid that I think was down, they have cemented. They have put cement dust over it. So
Thomas Jack Lee again. Sorry to cut you off. Is all over Deegan Fairclough. He almost had it, but Deegan Fairclough is so brave and late on the brakes into Druids. He's managed to get the place back and will now again have the inside line. These two battling is wonderful to watch, but it is allowing Sid Smith to get a bit of breathing space.
Yeah, it is. Sid is very lucky that they're letting him get away. But if they're going to work together to claw him back, that is still possible. Brilliant move there around the outside of Graham Hill Bend to take 2nd place.
Yeah, it certainly is. So Thomas Jack Lee takes 2nd place, but it's so close, isn't it? This is bringing Jake Maynard into play as well, by the way. He's now tucking into the back of Deegan Fairclough. He fancies a bit of a run. Deegan's a great racer as well, though, just like all these guys are. Takes the inside line. He's going to make Maynard work for that. Is Maynard going to get... Oh, I think Maynard's just gone a little bit wide, hasn't he, into Paddock Hill. It's going to cost him dearly, and it might bring Albert Webster into play as well now. Oh, we've got a spinner at the top. Spinner at the top of Paddock Hill. Just literally gone off there. They're okay. I don't think there was any contact. I think they just got a little bit out of sorts. I'm not too sure who it is.
Well, they seem still to be driving in, and they're back on the track now, so they're back
I
on.
think it might be James Pope. I'm not so sure. We'll find out. I'll be able to tell you very soon. I know a lot of the drivers very well. Apologies to you, James, because it's not James Pope. I can tell you that. I will find out. I will tell you very, very shortly indeed.
So as they come around again to cross the finish line, the order remains unchanged from the lap before, but it does look like Maynard's got a run. Furled off defence to the inside through paddock, and once again maintains that position.
Oh, Dan Lewis has spun down it. Great. Oh, no, he's just held it. Oh, my word, what a power slide, Dan Lewis. I was too quick on the tongue there. He's managed to hold it. Wow, fantastic stuff. It was Ben Mulryan, by the way, who had that spin at the top of Paddock Hill. He's got going again. I'm delighted to say all 16 drivers are still running and riding out there. It's wonderful stuff to watch. But it does look slippy out there, though. I just wonder if there is a bit of oil being dumped out there or something, because we are seeing a few back ends going a bit wild here.
Yeah, the fight for third place is really, really hotting up here, and what it's done is it's brought Webster right into the mix, but it has also let second place catch up with Sid Smith.
I think Thomas Jack Lee's actually catching Sid Smith here. This has really brought a battle on. We've got Fairclough, Maynard and Webster, the battle for third, and Maynard goes to the outside. He just seems to have the straight line speed, doesn't he? I wonder if Deegan Fairclough's car is just carrying a bit of damage. Oh, he tries to go around the inside, but not quite this time. I just wonder if there's a bit of leftover damage from Deegan's car from race one, which is just holding it back a little bit. Webster's now going to try and go around the outside, I think, of Druids. I don't know if he's going to quite be... have enough gusto from there, not quite. He was right to have a look though.
Yeah, for sure, right to have a look, and they're now coming back onto lapped traffic, so this is where things are going to get extra interesting for them.
Yeah, they're coming through Jasmine Shaw. Look how close, by the way, now Thomas Lee is to the back of Sid. Oh, and Jasmine Shaw's just gone off. She's okay, back on track. Just ran, I think, just got a little bit out of sorts, off the track, out the way, and doing a good job, by the way, of letting the leading five through. So here they come. I think Thomas Jack Lee just perhaps might have just cost him half a second or so getting past Shaw there. But he's all over the back of Sid Smith again. Jake Maynard right in there now. Webster and Fairclough going toe-to-toe as well. It's battles all throughout the grid. It's Smith, Lee, Maynard, Fairclough, Webster, Handy, Hayden, Hilton, Walker, Pope, Belt, England, Foxlow, Mulryan, Shaw, Lewis. 16 runners and riders still going around here. We've got 8.5 minutes of this race left to go. I don't want it to end. Oh, there's contact at the top. Oh, I'm trying to see who it is. It's not Sid Smith. I've just seen him come through. Well, they're going to come through now. We're going to see. I see Archie Handy going through. I think, is it Walker? Was it Walker? Hilton's coming through. It's 46. It's Hayden. It's Lucas Hayden. I think there's just a bit of contact. I don't even think it's his fault, to be honest. I'm not so sure if Walker might have just got a bit hot in. We'll have to look back at that. Apologies if I'm wrong.
So there seems to be a great place. Webster.
Yeah. He's placing himself for a run at Druids, I think, isn't he? Rather than trying to get it done down Paddock Hill. Probably not the place to go, but Druids is a good tight hairpin, isn't it? That's the place to do it.
It's the smart way to do it, Ian. It sets your driver up for not a lot of combatants, basically. They can't do too much if you've got to run. They can just place the car and hope you can't make it stick.
We've got a magnificent Titanic tussle here for the race lead, and it's now Thomas Jack Lee. He's going to have the inside line, and I think for the first time, Thomas Jack Lee takes the lead of the race, and Jake Maynard gets through as well. Oh my word! Sid Smith in literally the space of one corner goes from first down to third. This is magnificent racing. Thomas Jack Lee leads the race. Jake Maynard in second place. Sid Smith in third. You just can't call it. This is great stuff, but Maynard's now going to have a go at Lee.
Webster pulls into the pits.
Oh no, Webster! Albert Webster, he looks like he's in the pits. Let's hope he can get something and get back out again. A DNF in race. Well, he actually did finish race one, didn't he? I tell a lie. He managed to get back out. He ended up about 4 or 5 laps down, but he did manage to take the checkered flag, which is good. Luke Hilton's car has got a bit of damage on the front. But look at the three of them. There they are. Lee, Maynard, Smith. They're your top three. Incredible stuff.
The question is,
finished second, of course, in race one as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And the question is now that Fairclough doesn't have to defend from Webster, can he put in the qualifying laps and get himself back onto that tussle for first?
It'll certainly be exciting if he can. Archie Handy going very steadily. He's doing a handy job in 5th as well there. Luke Hilton going very well indeed as well in 6th place, kind of having a race by himself really, as is Archie Handy. Then we've got Walker and Hayden having a good battle. That's the battle for 7th place. And then we've got Pope, Belk having a good tussle too. Pope leading that one at the minute in 9th, Belk in 10th. Harry England in 11th, Ben Ryan in 12th, George Foxlow in 13th, and then we've got Shaw and Lewis as well. Webster still in the pits, unfortunately. Let's hope he can get back out and at least take the checkered flag again. Used this weekend as a glorified test session, I suppose. Now, I like to see this because no one's getting away, are they? Thomas Lee just can't get further ahead of Jake Maynard. He's not letting him go, and Sid Smith staying there too. Yeah, like you say, this could bring Deegan Fairclough in if they start to slow each other down. I can't help but think Fairclough might have a bit of an issue with the car though.
Yeah, I mean, the team have done an amazing job just to get him out in the first place. To assume the car is 100%, maybe a little bit optimistic at this point, but the car's clearly running well enough that he's in the top 4, so it can't be running too badly. But can he close that gap if these guys start squabbling?
He's flashing his lights, he's Jake Maynard, he's doing the old tactic and trying to put him off, I think, a little bit. Just worth a mention as well, Walker and Hayden having a great battle in 7th and 8th respectively. And I can tell you, Lexi Belk has got past James Pope as well. So Lexi Belk really, really going strong. It's her opening weekend here from karting. First time out in the cars, and she's putting in some very, very impressive performances so far. But remember that name, Lexi Belk, going very well indeed. And Hayden's got past Walker as well. So Hayden now up to 7th place, Walker into 8th, Belk's up to 9th. Pope is in 10th, then England, Moran, Foxlow, Shaw, Lewis and Webster still in the pits. So still Lee, Maynard, Smith, Fairclough, Handy, Hilton. That's your top 6 with just over 4 minutes until the checkered flag falls here.
So Maynard didn't get the best exit out of Graham Hill there, and he's had to defend to Sid Smith all the way down the back straight and through the S's and round the final turn as well. He has managed to get a great exit though and bridge that gap back to pretty much where it was the lap before, where they're running probably about half a second apart from each other. Seems very confident on the brakes.
Now, though, Charles, they're coming up to the back of Dan Lewis.
They are, and this will play in either very well or very badly for at least one of these drivers. Coming through traffic, if you don't get them at the right point, it can be extremely daunting. And Dan Lewis has made it easy. He's pulled it over to the inside, he's lifted off. He doesn't want to get in the middle of a fight for the win. That's a very respectable move there from him.
Let's give Dan Lewis a lot of credit there. He's played an absolute blinder. Smart move, Dan. Very, very sensible, mature driving.
Oh, definitely. I mean, to have people that are being lapped aware of that, knowing the leaders are coming, aware of who they are and how many are coming, and just get out of the way in the best place possible makes the world of difference.
And let's remember, Dan Lewis has only been lapped because he had that off. He's a very, very quick driver indeed.
Oh, yes.
So it's your running order with 3 minutes to go. It's still Thomas Lee, your race leader, Jake Maynard in 2nd, Sid Smith in 3rd. In fact, it's the same 3 drivers who finished on the podium in race 1, again looking like they're going to be on the podium in race 2 in a different order though this time. We've got Deegan Fairclough in 4th, Archie Handy in 5th, Luke Hilton in 6th, we've got Lucas Hayden in 7th, we've got Aaron Walker in 8th, Lexi Belk in 9th, James Pope in 10th, Harry England in 11th, Ben Ryan in 12th, Ben Foxlow in 13th, Jasmine Shaw in 14th, Dan Lewis in 15th, and Albert Webster still in the pits. Let's just hope he can even just do one more lap, and let's hope it's the final one so we can at least see the checkered flag.
That would be wonderful. Now, Maynard has really closed up on the back of P1, and he will have a run at him this time.
He's going to try, isn't he? And of course they're coming up to the back of Foxlow as well. I think Maynard just has that straight line speed, but this is for the win. There'll be no
and he's going to
give it here.
He's going to block him in against the back marker. No, he's not.
I thought so. It looks like Maynard just again perhaps just broke a little bit too late, and it just cost him a little bit. It cost him that run down Paddock Hill, and it's a momentum killer if you don't get it right, isn't it, Paddock Hill?
Oh, definitely. You need to carry really good speed through there to keep your momentum up and down into Druids, for where you're really going to have to brake late. Now, will there be enough time for at least 2 more laps of racing action, Ian?
Yeah. Is the answer. And I can tell you actually, Jake Maynard was over the line first if they went over the line. So if that had been the final lap, Maynard would have won.
Right. So,
as it was, it wasn't.
they're side by side as it stands right now, though.
Maynard has the lead again. He has the lead. So Maynard, he is going to have the lead. He's going to hold on to it this time. Unless Thomas leads another. It's Jasmine Shaw, I think. He's there. She's just going to get out of the way, I think.
He's going to use the toe. Don't outbrake himself. Have a nice run through.
Yeah, good driving by Jasmine Shaw there as well. Kept herself well out of it. But what can Thomas Lee do here? I tell you so, Jake Maynard, he's used a lot of experience there, hasn't he, that he's gained from last year, racing in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship, and he's made that move, and he's held it as well this time. So Jake Maynard, your new race leader. They should get one more lap after this, I think. So this should be the penultimate lap of the race. Sid Smith has just dropped back a little bit, isn't he? He had a race win in race 1. He seems to be quite happy, and he's going to pick up another podium.
Yeah, he is. Fairclough's been a bit unlucky with traffic, I think. He's finding them all of the wrong places, coming through the corners and things like that.
Whatever you do, Leon, don't step back. Just don't step back.
Maynard seeming to pull that gap out.
Charles, final lap.
Maynard seeming to pull that gap out, Ian, and oh no, he's off!
I don't believe it, Maynard's gone off, and Padagill's gone into the gravel, he's got the momentum. Well, can he keep it going? Can he keep it going? This is going to hand the podium to Deegan Fairclough. He gets back on. Oh, I don't believe it, on the last lap, he's gone off in the first corner. Maynard is going to tumble down the order now, he's going to drop a load of gravel, but surely it hands the win to Thomas Jack Lee. Sid Smith in second place, Deegan Fairclough got up to third. Huge drama at the end of the race here for the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship.
Jack Lee must be thanking his lucky stars inside that blue car. You couldn't have asked for a better gift on the last lap of the race.
Yeah, I'm certain it's going to be. I'm just going to double check, make sure the checkered flag. Yeah, the checkered flag is coming out, and it is going to be Thomas Jack Lee who takes the checkered flag, who wins. Sid Smith comes home in second place. Deegan Fairclough is going to be handed third place. Now there's the exclamation mark next to Smith. I just wonder if he's got some sort of penalty. We'll have to double check that. Jake Maynard comes home in fourth place though. We will double check that. So Archie Handy comes home in fifth. We are just having a look just to see if there's any infringement or anything like that. I'm not really seeing anything.
Control. Penalty, car number 99, track limits, which is...
That's Sid Smith.
Yeah.
So Sid Smith has a penalty.
5-second penalty for Sid Smith, car number 99 for track limits. So, does that hand the podium back to Maynard?
Well, it might well do.
It
We
actually
will find out.
does, because he's only 3.9 seconds off the back of the lead.
Well, let's pop TSL up onto the screen so we can see how that finished. Charles, you've got a shoelace undone as well, be careful, but I don't want you to fall over down the stairs. Let's pop TSL up onto the screen. So Thomas Jack Lee, there's no disputing that. He's the race winner. Sid Smith comes over the line in second, but he's got a 5-second time penalty. We'll just have to get everything sorted out for that. Deegan Fairclough comes over the line in third. Maybe he's going to take second place, which is quite unexpected. Maynard in fourth, might be third. Archie Handy finishes in fifth. Luke Hilton in sixth. We've got Lucas Hayden in seventh. Aaron Walker in 8th, Lexi Belk in 9th, James Pike in 10th, Harry England in 11th, Ben Moore Ryan in 12th, George Foxlide 13th, Jasmine Shaw 14th, Dan Lewis 15th, and Albert Webster unfortunately didn't make it back out of the pits. He completed 7 laps and unfortunately, he wasn't able to take the checkered flag. Let's get ourselves down to the podium. Let's just leave TSL up on the screen whilst we walk down, because it's probably not much fun looking at the back of our heads.
What an exciting lap to the race, Ian.
That was a thriller. That was an absolute thriller. It really was. And great racing as well. You know, the racing between the front three, you just couldn't call it, could you?
No, and it's fantastic racing, like you say. You know, it's hard to remember sometimes just how young some of these kids are that are racing around in these cars. And they, you know, kept it clean, drove well, and they drove smart as well, some of them. So, yeah, fantastic racing.
And it's not just the front three as well, by the way. We have to give a mention, you know, not everybody can win, but when they were coming up to being lapped, you know, Jasmine Shaw, Dan Lewis, you know, others as well, George Foxlide, they did the right thing at the right time, which is a good sign of maturity, isn't it? Yeah,
some brilliant, and as you say, Ian, very mature driving from from the drivers all the way down the grid. Can't help but be impressed with the level of ability that we just witnessed.
No, I think it's a good job that's the last race of the day, because my Ferrez anyway, because my voice is starting to go after that. Yet again, another thriller. We can hear from Jack Oliphant actually. It's what he's saying. Circuit comms.
Running down the pit lane to get to talk to us will not be diminished, and they'll be down here as soon as possible. But I also need an updated race finishing order, because the one I took just before I came down obviously got changed, didn't it, Paul? So I'll find that.
Yes, we are hearing that Thomas Jack Lee won the race, of course, and it looks like Deegan Fairclough takes second place. Jake Maynard does get the podium in the end in third place after a 5-second time penalty for Sid Smith for track limits. So there we go, Deegan Fairclough is going to be coming up here. Jake Maynard's going to be coming up here too. Now, Lynn, if you just pop the camera over there, I can see them. That the lady in the blue coat waving on the right, that is Deegan Fairclough's mum.
I'm sure a very proud mum after such a brilliant recovery compared to race one, to pick second up in the end. Fantastic driving from Fairclough.
Well, it just proves, doesn't it, Charles, that even if the race you're not in a position you want to be, you always want to be in first, don't you?
Yeah.
But just stay. Don't do anything silly. Fourth is for Deegan Fairclough. Fourth has become second.
Yeah,
So,
in racing, anything can happen, and all you need to do is just keep your head down, keep doing your absolute best until you've crossed that finish line. As they say, it's never over until it is over, and that is nothing but better proof, or the best proof that you could have, was the last lap of that race.
Certainly, as you can see, the drivers are running down now.
Yeah.
We're going to grab a word with them, so don't go anywhere. Live driver reaction right here on the podium. It was a thriller. If you like what you've seen this weekend of the BRSCC, don't forget there's a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. It'll take you straight through to the BRSCC website. It's well worth checking out. And if you like what you've seen with our live behind the scenes coverage for sports, then make sure you hit subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called Live Sport Now. There is also a link in the body of this broadcast. Make sure you hit subscribe, and you can watch even more live motorsport, live golf, live football, and live men's and women's Premier Handball League in 2022. Thank you for your support so far. It's been an absolute cracker, hasn't it? We're waiting for the drivers to come in. I want to get live immediate reaction actually with Thomas Jack Lee after that, picking up his first race win. Incredible stuff, and of course Deegan will be all smiles. Jake Maynard, be interested to see how Jake is, because he entered that last lap in the lead. You've probably got to say, really, might have just made a bit of a mistake. He might not have done it. Let's grab Thomas. Come on, man, how was that? Wow.
It was an amazing race, just had the pace and got past the first two, and then had to defend for the rest of the race. Jack got past me once, but then made a mistake coming into paddock on the last lap, which let me come through.
Where you sort of thinking going into that last lap, right, I've got to position myself. You're not going to get into Paddock Hill, but maybe make a run at him at
I was just trying to get the run and just try and get past him in that last lap, but it wasn't looking on, but then you made the mistake.
How does it feel to win?
Amazing, yeah.
It certainly does. Congratulations. Look, there's a big old trophy waiting for you in a minute as well. And we've got I've got Scott Woodward coming up. He's definitely not one of the junior drivers.
Nothing but niceties.
And Deegan Fairclough as well. Yeah.
I say nothing but niceties from you so far today.
Well, it's because I'm a nice person, Charles. That's why. So we're just waiting for them to come through the door. Thomas Jack Lee, obviously delighted and thrilled with the result.
So, Scott, have you enjoyed the racing today?
It's been pretty exciting, yeah. Occasions have been pretty decent mixing. I think good to see the juniors out there today as well. I was at Alton Park yesterday, so I didn't get to see anything action from yesterday. Yeah, Fiesta. quite fond of the modified Fords as well, personally myself, and we've got a fantastic grid, so yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Awesome. I'm going to quickly grab our third place. Yeah. Right. So, commiserations and congratulations at the same time. Amazing drive through to the lead. Not the last lap I'm sure you would have wanted or hoped for, but to pick up a podium, still, that's a pretty decent drive from where you started on the grid.
Yeah, it's all right. We've got the podium, but obviously we were leading it. But the last lap, so I went to the gravel. But main thing is casting in one piece and still picked up some points to the championships. That's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it shows that you've got proven pace. From where I was watching, some very good racecraft as well, some very mature choices with how you and where you were looking to overtake. Loads of positives to pick away from this weekend, even though right now I can understandably see and sympathise that you're probably gutted not to have won. Podium nonetheless, more trophies for the cabinets, loads of points for the championship. You're probably right up there for the championship right now as well. So loads of positives to take away from this weekend. Welcome.
Right, actually, a bit of controversy. Sorry, Charles, for doing that. We think actually Jake's not on the podium. I think he's fourth place. Sid Smith's penalty, 5 seconds, has already been applied, and he's still second. So we think it's actually Thomas Jackley first, Sid Smith second, Deegan Fairclough still on the podium in third. And that's how it is, because unfortunately Jake has been sent away from the podium. So, oops, there we go. So it does happen. Well, of course, we've got to be sensible. We've got to get these things right. Here is Sid Smith now and Deegan Fairclough. Chat, because I think he's probably going to have a chat. Do you want to go grab a word with Deegan?
Deegan, so compared to the first race, I feel like that one went a little bit better.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad after the car getting fixed, and I know it wouldn't be 100%, but still, it's good points. And yeah, super grateful I could actually finish the race and no problems happened. So yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to Jam Sport as well, like everyone in there, and yeah, just fantastic work today.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job to get that car back out. I did walk past at some points as they were trying to piece it all back together, and I was like, I hope they get that done, but there's a lot of work to do. We spoke to you just before the race, and like you said, your champion stops now, and it really does. So podium, what a great way to start off your own championship.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, so we've got Sid as well. Sid, quick word if we can.
Sid, could we grab a word from you? I'll let Ian take this one.
I'll take this one. We're a bit of confusion actually. We weren't sure, but the second penalty was applied, wasn't it? So
is it second now, yeah?
That's what we're looking at, yeah.
Good, that's
so
good.
Well done.
Cool,
well done.
thank you.
First and second, good weekend, huh?
Yeah, perfect. That's what I wanted. It was we're struggling a bit in that race with straight line speed, so I got dropped a bit quickly by the first two. But unfortunately, or luckily, Maynard went off for turn one, and then for it to try and get that open, because I saw I had the penalty, and it worked out in my favour, so I'm really happy with that one too.
Well done, mate, and as if perfect timing, you're about to be called.
Thank you.
The second place man is Sid Smith.
There we go. We've got Lucas over here as well. Mate, that was good driving. How do you feel, all right? Happy with that?
Yeah, happy with the result. Had a slight altercation while we were out there, but we'll have a look when we're back.
Yeah. But you're here for a reason, of course.
Yes, shocked. I didn't realise I was meant to be here, but...
Don't want to give too much away yet, but we'll find out. There's something over here that I think might be heading this young man's way. First weekend, you enjoyed it?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, mega fun. The car's been great all weekend.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere. I mean, everyone's so close together. It's amazing, yeah.
Fantastic. There you go, mate. And there he is, Lucas Hayden, driver of the round.
I haven't been able to have a look at it, but as all four drivers step on the podium, in front of all the cameras, as well as the Live Sport Now cameras covering the Fiesta Junior Championship, they all look very happy indeed. And as there is a safety car out, it's a bit of a shame we didn't do this in about 30 seconds afterwards, but you can tell us what happened, Paul.
Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Right, where's Charles? Where's Charles? Out he comes. Here he is. Charles Boniface. Big thank you to you, Charles, for joining us this weekend. I hope you've enjoyed yourself.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I've had a whale of a time. I really have. So thank you very much for having me. We can do more soon in the future.
I'm sure we certainly will. That does round out our behind-the-scenes coverage. Actually, sorry, let's listen into the
both of our races, and caused massive damage. So, well, I just want to say a huge thank you to Jam Sport, everyone in the team for all their great hard work this weekend. Super grateful for all of it, and yeah.
You finish race 1, shall we say, especially if it's on the same day.
Everyone in the team that have worked on it, and yeah, well, the car wasn't too bad in the second race. Still was able to get a podium, which I'm super happy about.
Well, congratulations, Egan. We'll let you get back, obviously, to your fans and supporters and team and everything.
Subscribe, I hope.
Oh yeah. This side of the microphone for a change.
Absolutely.
Lovely venue, great racing, and
Come out on Instagram. Well, back to Boniface. He's going to be racing this season. If you see him at any racetrack in the UK, give him a high five. We've got engagements going on behind. That's it from us. I've been your host, Ian Woodhouse, joined alongside Charles Boniface. We are live sport now. Don't forget, click our link to our YouTube channel. Hit subscribe to watch even more motorsport action in 2022. Here's a little look at what we do. Let live sport. Now, until next time, drive safely. All right, here comes now your championship leader, Deegan Fairclough.
I mean, I'm over the moon.